Sorry, guys. I'm sorry I look so, frazzled. I've been running from the paparazzi all day. I try to wear my sunglasses out, and I guess they recognize me. I don't know. I heard I was thick or something. People have been saying, she's thick. I don't even know what that means, but I guess my thickness, whatever that is, exposed who I was. Me. If you guys didn't know, your girl was in the New York Post. So, I'm kind of like a big deal right now. So I think, I just have to, I can't be out in the public like I used to. Everyone's like all up on me. I'm just like, bro, breathe. It's just me. I can't believe it. I mean, I can believe it. Let's keep it funky. I can't believe it. I just didn't see it. Y'all, I've been crying in the bathroom. I told y'all, the last few episodes, I've been crying in the bathroom, praying to God, God, please give me a sign that life is worth living. Please make it worthwhile. I said, God, okay, this is how I knew it was getting bad. I said, God, please allow me, can I find a quarter on the ground? I have a quarter, but it's the fact that it's just something that's just spontaneous. I needed some type of oh, this is for you, because yeah. So life has been feeling good. We know I don't need any surprises, no excitement. Give me 3-4 months. Give me 3-4 months, and we'll get back together and talk. But for right now, come on, please. I've been fighting for my life all day. I've been fighting for my life all year. Dead the fuck ass though, dead ass. So it's if you don't mind, please. So yeah, I was in the New York Post. I am going to copy the link. Okay, I sound so old. I sound so fucking old. But okay, let me take off these shades. Okay, let me relax. See these pretty eyes? But I'm going to put the link in the description on YouTube and on the audio version, just in case y'all want to read. I mean. But no, people who listen to this podcast and listen and watch this podcast, y'all read. It's the people that's outside of this community right here that don't be reading. I want you guys to know, if you're not watching right now, my foot is kicked up on a chair right now because my toes swelled up. So I need to elevate it just to, get some blood circulation because my feet are big, yes, but I know when I'm all right, it ain't that motherfucking big. Let's relax. So yeah, I'm gonna record a video so you guys could see it's a little swollen. Do you guys remember that that episode where on That's So Raven when she was helping her dad cook at the Chill Grill or something, and I think she got a hold of mushroom. Oh no, I think they put mushroom. Okay, that's some bullshit. I think they put some mushrooms in her bowl or something, and she tasted it. But do you guys remember when she swelled up? That's how my feet look. I'm gonna record this and put it on. Yeah, I got some ass feet. But whoa, this is not okay. Okay, my toes. Okay, this is not okay, y'all. This looks like a hot fucking mess. But I'm gonna show you guys. The swelling is up here, at the middle of my foot, and it's just bad. It's really bad. I have been taking some ibuprofen like 3 times a day. They told me to take it 3 times a day. I haven't been taking shit. But yeah, that's pretty much what they were saying. It's like, bro, like, homie, like, didn't give a fuck about my foot anyways. Like, so, anyways. So, hello, guys. Welcome to As If with Asia, my queen. I am your host, Asia, my queen, the girl who, just check the New York Post. You'll figure out who I am. But yeah, I'm Asia, my queen. How you doing? I'm doing well. I got off of work about like 4 hours ago. But yeah, today was my second day at a new job. And guys, like, I don't know, like, it just, experiencing like the boss so far, experiencing the boss that I have now is like such a breath of fresh air. Cause like my last boss, on my like first day, like she was talking shit about Juneteenth. Like, and that's, I don't know. It's kind of weird because I kind of like hate when like shit hits the fan and then people are like, well, like this and this happened. It's like, why didn't you say that a long time ago? Do you get what I'm saying? Like now it almost sounds like you are doing it out of spite versus out of like really feeling like angered by what had happened. If that makes any sense. Even though I was fucking pissed, I was just so desperate for a job that it just didn't matter. But I was hot when she said that. Like I didn't even tell you guys what she said. But like, she was talking about a time, because I had started like a couple days after Juneteenth. She was talking about when I guess she had tried to go to the bank on Juneteenth and it was closed because, you know, the holiday. And then she was like what's Juneteenth? Like what the heck is a Juneteenth? And I was like, oh, it's a national black holiday. And I was just telling her, about like the history about it. And she was like, but yeah, like why isn't it called like something else then? Like because and I was like, well, you know what? I was like, never mind. It's all good. And you could tell like she felt like she was like being schooled and she didn't like it. So she was like making up things or like annoyances about the holiday instead of just being like, oh, I was just unaware. Like, I'm okay with you being unaware of something, because like I wasn't always like so like hip on black shit either. And I'm black and this homegirl's red. Wait, whoa. Homegirl was white. So yeah. Anyways, I was just like so desperate to have a job that like it didn't like almost matter. But like now looking back, it's just I'm gonna get into this a little later because this episode is about desperation. But it's just crazy like the positions you allow yourself to be in because you're in a desperate situation. Like you feel like you'll never get something again, or like this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, so you just have to take it. And the job was not a job that I was ever interested in. I didn't even know what the job was when I showed up to the interview. Like homegirl was like, yeah, did you search our job? And I was like, yeah, it's about like this and that. And she was like, no, but anyways. So like we were both desperate. They were desperate for employees. I was desperate for a job. So, and I had lied to my previous job and told them that I had, when I was quitting. So you guys know, of course, most of you guys, if you listen to the podcast, but like I had a job for 8 years. I was working in rental car at the airport, and it was like the worst experience in the entire world. Like if you work in a rental car, like you are a tough ass bitch, especially working in rental car as a woman. That shit is terrible. It's awful. Like The men there are so disgusting. Like the men that work there and the men that are coming in and out, like there's just this thing about like flight attendants, like it's like there's like a fantasy about them, you know, to a lot of people, and it really spills over in rental cars, especially if you're working behind the counter, you know, giving out keys and stuff. Like that shit is awful. Like I like have heard some of the worst things in the world because I worked in rental car. When I left that job, like when I was leaving, I lied to everybody and told everybody that I had gotten a job that was like paying me bomb ass money. I'll be designing posters for movies and stuff like that. The whole thing was a lie. And everybody was so impressed. I was crying because I was like, bro, like I'm really gonna have to be successful in life, because like I can't just like end up fucked up, because like I told y'all that I was finna be on some crazy like different shit. And I was telling everybody, but I accidentally told one person that I was making one amount and another person I was making another amount. And like some of them were like, oh, like maybe get me a job, like, and I'm like, yeah, like I will never speak to you again. And then there was this dude that was from New York, and like, you know how New Yorkers are, like, well, I mean, compared to people from the West Coast, they kind of like have like a code about minding your business, like more than people from here. Like I think we're a lot more, you know, like vocal with like strangers and stuff. But like there's this dude, he was from New York, and he was like super cool, and I had told him, I was like, hey, everything I've been telling everybody has been a lie. Like I had to get it out, because like it was just becoming like a fucking joke at this point. I'm like, dude, why won't you guys mind your business? Because I wouldn't have lied if they were minding their business. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because people, like, everybody was like, oh, where are you gonna go afterwards? Okay, now I have to lie and say that I'm like going to a job that's paying me like 6 figures, because they were the type that like they gossip. So if I said, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna have a job, it's gonna go around the whole facility that I was broke and shit like that. And I was not fucking with it. And I'm like, okay, if you're gonna spread a rumor about me, I'm gonna make sure you spread a rumor that I am balling out of fucking control. Kind of like manifesting, you know what I mean? But I'm manifesting like through other people. You know, it's whatever. But like, I told everybody. I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to make money, and so I told the dude, and like from New York, I was like, dude, I've been lying to everybody. Like I didn't want, but I couldn't. I felt like I had to tell him, and he was like, I would do the same thing. He was like, I ain't gonna tell nobody, and I'm like, I'm sure he did. Like I'm dead ass sure he did, but I don't give a fuck. I don't care if they know that I was lying. Like dead ass, I'll do it again. I don't give a damn. But yeah, so I was like really desperate to get another job afterwards, right? So like I just landed that second job. And like I said, like when you are in that type of position, you will take anything. Even this red ass bitch that was talking shit about Juneteenth, like you'll just take anything. But I know now, like I know I need a job, right? But I'm very confident in myself and my ability that I'll find a new job if like I'm put into that position again. Like I will never ever put myself in a situation where like I'm like tolerating that kind of disrespect because I need a job. Like I'm never going to put myself in that, cuz like you always end up losing when you accept shit out of desperation. Like it may feel like it's feeling something, but at the end of the day, you always come up short. And for me, like I feel like I came up short because I went against everything that I am against. Well, does that make any sense? I went against myself. I will say I went against myself because I'm just not I don't play that shit. Like I don't play that racist ass bullshit. I don't do that. And I think, like I said, at the time I just felt like I just needed this job so bad. But like, we get in these type of positions, right? I guess we'll just get into it. I was gonna talk a little bit about Lizzo, but okay, let's talk a little bit about Lizzo, and then we'll visit desperation again. Is that okay? Because it's not exactly what you think about Lizzo. So there has been a lawsuit against Lizzo and her team for sexual assault. These accusations are coming from her dancers. I'm like treading very carefully because I didn't read the court document or anything like that, and I'm gonna like, because I'm not wanting to get deep into anything for real, but what I wanted to talk about was how this whole situation sparked an idea in her man's ex-girlfriend's mind, where she went on TikTok to tell everybody that Lizzo stole her man from her.
I first met Lizzo late 2016, 2017-ish. She and my boyfriend were co-hosting a show on MTV called Wonderland. And no, she wasn't very nice. She wasn't very nice to me. I knew she didn't like me, but the people around her were nice. Like, her sister seemed nice. And I kind of ignored it because I felt like, well, you know, she's already like in this celebrity scene or whatever, so she probably just feels like she has better things to do than talk to me. And I just noticed that, like, even when we were just out to eat or at the beach or something, she still wasn't very nice to me. And it wasn't like a production thing, like, oh, she's just really busy or whatever. She just didn't like me. She didn't say anything that was mean, but she was really like standoffish, or like wouldn't talk to me, you know? Like, when I talked to her, it was kind of like, oh, okay, like, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to talk to you. So yeah, I eventually found out that she and my boyfriend had something going on, ex-boyfriend. And that was that. I left the relationship. I mean, yeah, it was heartbreaking. I mean, I was with him for 10 years. I supported him through everything. And when he finally got a big break, he left me for Lizzo. It was really hard for my mental health. I went through a really difficult period of time trying to be okay with this, because it wasn't just like, oh, I broke up with my boyfriend. It was like, oh, I broke up with my boyfriend and he left me for a person who wasn't very nice to me and turned out to be, like, after the fact, after we broke up, she became a Grammy award-winning celebrity and everybody in the world loves her, and her message is like love and light and positivity, after knowing how she treated me. But I didn't want to say anything because it made me sound like a whiny little baby or something. So I didn't broadcast that was something that happened to me, or when I did talk about it, I never named her, because I just didn't feel like I would be supported or people would care, you know? Like, people loved her, so why would I try to like drag her name or whatever? So I just silently went through something really big and really hard. It was like my fight or flight response was triggered every time I heard her song on the radio, or like if I went to the movies and like her song was in the trailer. It was so difficult, and I cried for so long, and I felt so depressed, and like I was in a really bad spot for years because of how this happened. And I know it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. It was his fault. It was the way he handled it. She has no responsibility to me. But I think they could have both been a little more kind in the way that they chose to get together, you know? Like, he could have broken up with me, or she could have maybe suggested that he break up with me before they started something, because the text messages were something that I'll never be able to not see in my head. I think I'm feeling emotional right now because this is the first time I've ever been able to freely speak on it and feel like people will hear what I'm saying and not just like come at me for saying something about somebody that they really like. And it feels like this validation. And I try to be a good person, you know? I try to let things go, forgive, you know, just move on. But some things just stick with you until it gets lifted off of your spirit. And I feel like this is a moment where it's gotten lifted off of my spirit, that she's not everything that she's been saying she is. And I've known that for a long time, but I tried to let it go. But now that it's coming to light, who she really is and how she really operates, it's just like vindication. It's like what I went through was real, and I don't have to be quiet about it anymore. I don't have to be embarrassed about it anymore. It's true. It's true. I've seen it. It's real, and now I can like put these feelings aside and just like really move on. I guess I never really thought I needed that, but I did. I'm realizing that I did. But the biggest takeaway is just be kind. Build your character and be kind. Operate from a place of love. Love yourself. And when you truly love yourself, that will extend itself to other people. Be the same person outside as you are in privacy behind closed doors. Don't try to build yourself up in a fake persona. Just because people say the right things or put on the public displays of humanitarianism or I care about you, and like people love hearing those things, but what we're really not looking at is how people actually live their lives. And it's okay to get those motivational moments or those inspirational messages from people. Take the message, apply it to yourself. You're smart, you know what's right and what's true for you, so take those things and let them make you a better person. But don't ever idolize messengers. Do not ever idolize messengers. You do it for yourself. You figure those things out for yourself. You set your course. You set your path. You do the things that you believe in. And don't think that just because someone else is saying it, that they're better than you or anything like that. We're all human. Don't forget that.
Actually, before I even get my thoughts in, she also was like, I'm so happy that I get to come out now, because before all these accusations, everybody looked at Lizzo as like such a nice girl, smiley, whatever. This is coming out homegirl's mouth, by the way. So she's like, I'm happy I get to come out now because now everybody knows what type of person she is. And so now I feel more comfortable coming out. She stole my nigga. And like I said, homegirl was crying, like, not crying like boo, but like she was like getting like choked up. And like, I kind of get it, because Lizzo's man is kind of fine. So like, if I got my nigga stole from me and he looked like that, I'd be like, one. Two, what? So like, you really think, okay, I understand. She also said that her and the dude were together for 10 years. So I understand that you were hurt and all that. But these women are coming out with sexual assault allegations, right? And the best story you got was Lizzo stole my nigga. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just like, do you think that was going to like make us believe the other girls more? Like, I was just so confused, and I'm not trying to attack homegirl, but I'm just like, I'm confused, like, why we needed to know this. I'm gonna keep it 100. Why did we need to know this? But if I was you, like, I would hate her, because she even said, okay, no, that's not funny. That is not fucking funny. Do not laugh. But she did say, like, her mental health got, like, worse because, like, homegirl was, like, winning Grammys and stuff like that. And, like, the whole time she's like, wow, she stole my nigga. Like, imagine, okay, this is not funny. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at homegirl's pain, but, like, imagine, like, someone, like, fucking you over bad. Like, I'm talking bad. They screw you over so bad. And you can't go one place without hearing that motherfucker's name, hearing that motherfucker's voice, seeing that motherfucker all over your TV, your social media. Imagine. I'm sorry. Down in the streets, they call it murder. I'm sorry. I'm joking. That's not funny. But, like, how mad would you be for real? Like, imagine your ex being Drake. Imagine your ex being Beyonce. And, like, you're not over them. Like, it's not someone that gave you the ick. And, like, because I could understand, like, okay, like, if like Drake gave you the ick and you saw him everywhere, it was like, hey, this dude needs to go. Like, he's gross. Like, but like, imagine like still being in love with them. Like, you guys just broke up because they just didn't want to be with you anymore. Had nothing to, like, no flaws with them, which I mean is a flaw if you don't want to be with me anymore. But like, for real, like, let's keep it 100. Like, they had no flaws or anything like that. So you're just so heartbroken, and it's Drake. And like, everyone's calling him legend. Everyone's saying that's him. He's him. And he's like really him. Or like she's really her. And you lost her. Imagine, oh my God. Imagine not getting another chance with me. Because like, I'm really her. Imagine wanting to spin the block on me. And ain't no U-turns, baby. Ain't no U-turns. Not on this block. So it's just like, imagine that. And then you just gotta just sit there and just scroll and just cry all day. So I get her. Like, I would be hot too. Like, bitch, you and your positivity, get the fuck out of my face. So yeah, anyways, she was like, she was winning Grammys. Okay, that's not funny. That's not fucking funny. But like, I get it. Like, I fucking get it. So she was on there saying that Lizzo done stole her nigga. That really sucks. Like, that dead ass sucks. But what do you do? Everyone gets a nigga or a 3 stolen from them. Come on now, it's life. No, I'm joking. But like, that's sad. No, that's really sad. And she was like, there was text messages that, I just don't even want to see, like, imagine again or something like that. I was like, damn. Were they news or something? Damn. Or she was probably like, leave your bitch, I'm better than her. It's like, saying those type of side chick comments. Like, damn, that sucks. That really sucks. That really, really, really sucks. I would be crying if this whole thing was a lie. And her boyfriend was like, I don't even know this girl. That happens. Okay. But yeah. So, circling back. The topic. We're going to be talking about desperation. So, this topic came to my mind because the clip of Leslie Jones came back onto my timeline. If you guys haven't seen this clip, she is talking to Laverne Cox. I believe that was the interview.
It's like, once you get rid of your desperation, you're gonna blow up. And I was like, you, I'm desperate because I'm broke. He said, no, you're not. You just don't have no money. You have talent, though.
You have talent, so you're not broke. You're
not broke,
no money.
and you need to start making your decisions from your talent. From your talent, not your desperation. That's why it took me so long to make it. Because I was never supposed to make it when I was as good as I was.
Was I desperate for 40 years too? Yes, I was.
And when I had heard that conversation again, I was pussy deep in, wait, does that even make sense? I was deep in desperation. That's when I was asking for like a quarter to just like pop up somewhere. I was deep in desperation. Like, anything would have made me happy. Anything. I said, please, God. Oh. Like, it was one of those. I was deep in desperation. Tumbleweeds in my bank account, baby. Like, deep in it. So I really resonated with Leslie Jones in that moment. But it was dope to see someone on the other side tell you, like, listen, you have something valuable still. I know the world is going to try to get into your brain and convince you that you have nothing because you don't have money. It was nice to hear that because, like, when you broke as fuck, I don't know if any of you guys have been broke, bro. When you're broke, you're just like, you start hearing the buzzing sounds from outside. Like, starts getting real loud. you start like something starts going in your ear, and you're like the world starts getting very loud and annoying. You know, when you have money in your pocket, like there's a lot of shit that you'll let slide. You walking around like Arthur every day, walking down the street. You got money in your pocket, everything's cool. But when that shit starts getting low, baby, you start getting easily irritated. The weather starts feeling extra hot. Woo! Gosh. So, you start, when you're desperate, when you're in that position, you start aligning yourself with shit that really don't align with you. For real. I ain't saying I sold some pussy, but I ain't saying that I didn't think about it for a second. I was watching Horrible Decisions. It was an episode with this woman named Hazel Grace. And she was talking about these apps and stuff like that where you can send pictures and stuff. And I was like, hey, my love, do you mind, I'm gonna have to send this pussy a couple times. You feel me? Just a couple times. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get, this podcast studio decorated and stuff like that. I send, about 4, 5, 6 pussy pictures. I probably could revamp this whole bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could probably redo the whole house. Knock the walls down, baby. With a couple pussy pictures. You get what I'm saying? So I was like really thinking like that, but I and I was dead ass. Like, I'm not like, I'm laughing now, but like, I was like for a second, I was like, what if, what if, you get what I'm saying? But like, that's just so like out of like my comfort zone. I'm sorry, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with anybody sending pussy pictures for money or not for money. I don't mind that. Whatever. I don't care what you do. But for me, it's just like uncomfortable. Like, I would feel so violated to know that my vagina's out there. I mean, okay. Anyways, but back to the discussion. I would feel okay. Let's change the subject. But like, we ain't finna talk about desperation no more. But you just, when you get into that bag, right? Into the bag of like, bro, anything, that's when you just like, okay, you need to sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. That is the time that you don't make a decision at all. Right? So when you just like throwing shit up, that's when it's time to just sit your ass down. Right? Don't make not one decision, even a decision that you've made before, because all decisions are wrong, because you're just at the lowest of the lowest moment right now. Right? That's how I feel when I accepted that job with old red face. That's how I feel, when I was about to, I was like, ugh. There was like this app from UK or something like that where you get to like charge people to text you and stuff. I was like, ugh. But I'm not trying to do that. Like, but like, I was just in just a very vulnerable space, right? So, okay, so that's with jobs, right? But we do get into a space of desperation with friendships and relationships too. Baby, I'm sorry, I always say this, and this sounds so fucked up. So no disrespect if, we used to talk. I don't know why you would be listening to this right now, but whatever. Sometimes, you want to be a fucking creep. So it's all good. But like, if I ever talk to you, I did not talk to you. Because I'm sorry. Okay, this sounds so messed up, but like, I've been desperate for a majority of my life when it comes to picking friendships and romantic partners. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I've been desperate, like I would say, like 85% of the time when I was picking that. Because, like, there's some people I'm like, and this is not me trying to have, like, you know, my nose up to anybody, but, like, there's some people that I used to fuck with back in the day that I would never fuck with. Never in a million years. Homegirl gonna tell me, yeah, here I go. This is gonna be a moment where I'm gonna be in the shower and I'm like, why did I say that? She just gonna tell me that her homegirl's nigga is married, and she knows, but her homegirl don't know. I was like, wait, what? And I don't even know if that's, I don't know what my issue was specifically with this whole situation. I don't know if it was, if my issue was the fact that she knew and didn't tell her homegirl, or the fact that she told me. I don't know. Because, like, I was like, oh, now my hands feel dirty. And I don't even know her homegirl at all. But my hands feel so dirty because I know. I'm like, she goes, yeah, my homegirl's so in love with him and he's married. And she doesn't know. I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I was like, okay. I was like, oh. But, like, it just let me know, like, oh, this is how she gonna go with you guys' friendship. And, like, I still continue to be friends with her, and I feel like I was just in a space where I was just wanting a friendship so fucking bad. I just wanted just someone that I could, like, call or hit up and be like, hey, come, like, kick it with me, like, let's watch a movie, let's, you know, just, or let's go here, you know. I just wanted someone so bad to kick it with. And so, like, I think I just, like, that type of behavior, like, I would never see you again. I'm sorry. Why did I say sorry? I'm sorry. I would just, I would never kick it with somebody like that. Like, what the fuck? You mean to tell me you know your homegirl is married? Your homegirl's nigga is married. And you ain't telling her. You don't, and, like, this is just something you just ain't gonna, like, share with her at all. Okay. I was like, okay. Like, it was just you know, it's a tad bit weird, but, I mean, all right. If that's how y'all get down, that's how y'all get down. But I know I don't have a chance in hell with you, because I don't really believe that, like, people ain't gonna do it to me because I'm me. Like, even though, you know, I'm cool as fuck, but I don't think I'm so cool that somebody could do their kids dirty and not do me dirty, or do they mama dirty and not do me dirty. Like, I just don't believe that. Like, if you're treating your kids, your mom, or your spouse like shit, I know for a fact I've got no chance in hell with you. Like, there's no way you could ever be a good person to me. I just don't believe it, especially the kid thing. I would say the kid and the mom part, like, because we know how people be about their mom. So it's like, you calling your mom all types, like, whoa. But you calling your mom all types of bitches and hoes, and you think I think I'm going to be respected in any kind of way by you? Absolutely not. But, like, I don't know, like, I'm sitting here trying to think, like, what made me get so low to where I just go against, like, myself and and have the bar be in hell. Like, what makes me get there? I think maybe the feeling of lack, or the feeling of, like, scarcity, like, it'll never come to me again. Just like with the job thing, like, it'll never come to me again. This is a once in life opportunity, or I'll be missing out on something. I'm scared to miss out. I think that's okay. Earlier I was thinking, I'm like, I feel different being 28. And now I know what it is. I feel like I don't have a fear of missing out. Missing out on people, places, things. I don't care. I'm okay with going without. I'm okay with feeling like this doesn't align, so I'm not gonna be in that. And missing out is okay. I'm okay with missing out on you. And whatever comes with you. Or it, or the thing. I'm okay. Because I feel like I'm starting to feel more okay with my place in the world, and know that my place in the world is not going to be taken away from me. Like, there's nobody that's taking my spot, or there's nowhere that I have to be other than where I am now. Like, so there's no other person that I gotta be begging for attention from. There's no other nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, I think sometimes, like, it was really hard for me to, like, let someone go romantically because someone else will have them. So I'll be missing out on this, and that person will have what is supposed to be mine. But I don't think there's anything that's supposed to be mine that isn't mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're over there, then, like, that's not for me. That's for whoever you're with. Or if I'm not at some job, that's not for me right now, at least, you know? But, like, I just feel like I've done what I have to do to be somewhere, right? So, like, I know that where I am now is where I need to be. Like, I'm just not feeling too much in a rush to be somewhere else anymore. And I think, you know, when we're in a rush and we're trying to be somewhere or do something or be in a relationship with this person, I think we start accepting things that we usually would not accept if we weren't rushing. Right? Like, we're constantly going after something because we feel like we're gonna miss it. We're gonna miss our mark. Or I don't think there's a such thing as missing your mark. What you got going on right now is what's supposed to be going on right now. And I hate to say that, like, and this is not even coming from somebody that's, like, in the best position, or I told you, tumbleweeds in the bank account. I remember when I was, like, you know, really, really heartbroken when I was a kid. You know, I had talked about that last episode. And I was crying and shit. And my older cousin was like, I wrote down the lyrics because, like, I don't even fucking know. Like, yeah. My cousin was like, girls are like buses. Miss one, next 15, one coming. I was like, yeah, that is true. So if you kind of, like, think of everything like that, like, okay, like, you know, we can't be friends anymore, but there's so many other people out there that are willing to be my friend, and there's, you know, someone else coming. And one that makes you not hold on to resentment and bitterness from somebody. And two, it's not really saying that people are, like, easily replaceable, but we kind of are. Oh my God. But, like, not really, but really. Sometimes we overhype, like, our existence in people's lives. It's like, bro, like, move on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, they're gonna be so sad without me. Like, yeah, but, like, just like you've been sad and you got over somebody else and, like, you probably don't even remember their name anymore. Like, I hate to say it, and the Leo in me, like, this really breaks my heart to say too, but, like, that's how it is with, you know, even though, I don't know, I be making a mark on these motherfuckers' lives. Mm, 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 mm. But you always gonna be remembering me, baby. And I also do think friends need to start telling each other when they see their friends dating out of desperation. Like, you didn't tell me nothing when I was in this. You was okay with me giggling about this motherfucker, all this shit, right? And then when I stop messing with this person, you gonna tell me, oh, this motherfucker was ugly anyways, or motherfucker was like weird anyways. And I'm like, wait, hold up. You never said none of this when I was with the motherfucker. You never said that. And like, for me, I'm the type of friend you could tell me. You could literally tell me like, hey girl, like, hey, the nigga's weird. The nigga is real weird. Like, I'm the type of friend you could say that to, but like, that's how my cousins are. Like, y'all, if anything is going to motivate you to not date out of desperation, have it be your cousins never letting you live that person down. My family loves doing that. Oh, remember when you used to like so-and-so? My cousin stays sending me pictures. Hey, remember so-and-so? All right, motherfucker. Okay. All right, we get it. Homeboy's hairline is gown. And my cousin, look, it's like, bro, okay. She be trying me. I'm like, okay, all right. I always gotta pull one on her. I always gotta pull one on her. Like, no, do you remember so-and-so? I'm sure. And she be like, yeah. I always got someone tucked in. Baby, don't make me pull my card out. But then again, my cousin could pull way more cards out on me. Bro, like, shit. Whole dating history, actually. Jesus, I'm like, desperation. But there is something, we talk about this a lot, but there is something about growing up not being the ideal person that people want to date and shit, and then get into a certain age and now everybody on your ass, not everybody, but like a lot of people on your ass, because it's like it's two extremes. Like, it's not okay. It's like going dead the fuck, like, it's like being dead the fuck broke and then getting $1 billion dropped off at your house. Like, you don't know how to spend this money, right? So like, I was like, wait, hold on, what's going on? When I got the news that, Euro was looking good, I just felt like I just like grew into my face a little more, into like my body. I just started just like, becoming a woman. That's it. Less awkward, a little more comfortable with myself. But it was like really weird. Like, it was weird how like it felt like it switched so fast and like so drastically that, and I'm just talking about like my everyday like social interactions, like growing up, like or like even my early 20s, I could go outside and like I could be anywhere and like no one really like pay attention to me. But I feel like now, I would say like from like 25 or 26 until like, until like present day, I feel like when I go places, I feel like my energy is felt. Like, it's just different. Like, and I'm not talking about when I'm done up, when my titties out and makeup's done. I'm just talking about like, just, I feel like my energy is more felt now. Maybe it's because like, I don't know. I think maybe I come off a lot more confident and stuff, but it's just way different. And so it was weird because in my, in my younger years, I'm still, but in my younger years until like my early 20s, I think, I was really, really desperate. And then so like, I feel like as my confidence and my comfortability with myself began to increase, I couldn't be as like desperate for romance or friendships because I feel like it was getting more damaging, if that made sense. It felt like there was more at stake to lose. There was more things to lose. And I think, just the older you get, naturally, the more things you have to lose. But it just seemed a lot like more, like heavier. Like it was nothing to do with like tangible things. It was like, I just couldn't be I couldn't be so frivolous with my heart, my time, my love, all that. It was just, it's different. So I think, if any of you guys are at the place where, you just taking anything, any type of friend, you just running into just some crazy shit and you're just like, what the hell? Everybody needs somebody, yes. But that somebody don't gotta be you. Okay? Okay, we're gonna do a Q&A and then we're gonna end the episode, okay? This is a very, very long episode. I apologize. Just talking so damn much. Okay, so this question says, how to be confident when you don't like the way you look. So I wanted to let everybody know this. I said this on my social media, on my TikTok and Instagram, but I want to really, really, really be clear about this. Liking the way you look is, I think it's very important, and it is a confidence boost. But like, you can't like rely on it all the time, right? Like, I know some people who are very, very good looking, but aren't confident at all. I could, say that about myself in certain times of my life where like, I've looked great, but my confidence was just so low. I was feeling so low about myself. So, like I said, even though liking the way you look and liking the way you present yourself is a confidence boost, but I don't want you to rely on that. So if you are looking to feel more confident about your life, maybe it's feeling a little draggy. It's feeling like a little boring or something. Make a small goal and go after it, and you'll notice how much better you feel about yourself, because you're like, wow, I'm the shit. Like, this is something that I'm really doing and sticking to. Even like on the second, third day, you're like, oh shit, I've been juicing for 3 days straight. It's just, I don't know. It could be anything. But that is a really, 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 really effective way to feel more confident. Another way is to hang out with people that you see as confident. Like, there is nothing better than and actually I'm going to have an episode about this, about like healing in a group. Don't underestimate how important energies are. When you're around somebody that is super confident or sure of themselves, knows themselves, loves themselves, that shit will bleed over to you. That shit will bleed onto you. It naturally does. Right? When you're not somebody that sees somebody who is confident, loves themselves, and sure of themselves, and you're not someone who knocks that person down, you just like look and absorb it, that will go on to you. Promise. Maybe consume content from somebody that you perceive as a confident person. Hang out with some of your most confident friends. You could even watch like TED Talks or like speeches or something like that. You definitely have to at least come off confident for something like that. You definitely at least have to come off confident to do something like that. Just consume things from people that have the qualities that you want to have. That's what I say. Like, I've told you guys this before, but there was a specific TED Talk. It was about identity shifting with April Mason. I was watching that every day when I was working out. Because, like, she just seems like a woman that I wanted to be a lot alike. And, in a lot of ways, she reminded me of my mother. The pixie haircut, black woman, beautiful black woman. Like, she just reminded me of my mother, and just, like, at least physically, and the way her energy, it came off like a woman that I want to be like. So I was watching that shit every day, and that helped a lot. A lot. So, because I was going through a very insecure, unsure moment of my life. So, yeah, I hope those things help you. So, set a goal, try to accomplish it, consume things from people that you want to be like. So whether it's in person, or I do recommend more in person, but some of us don't know anybody. Some of us, everybody we know is just like us, and we're just like, well, I'm just trying to get out of it, sis. So if you got a phone, social media. What was the other thing? I don't know, but yeah. And actually, and what I say the most important thing is, be easy on yourself. Okay? Be easy on yourself. We go through a lot, guys. And we've been through a lot. It's okay. You don't need to figure things out right now. You don't need to figure them out tomorrow. It's okay. I know sometimes we treat ourselves like we're like a project. Like, we're constantly having to be fixed, twist, and turned, and all, constantly picking ourselves apart. How can we be a better this and a better that? Trying to be a better wife, mother, sister, brother, dad, employee. It's just like, we deserve to just be. We don't have to constantly try to change and dissect and take a microscope to all of our mistakes and issues. It's like, we could sit down and breathe we could sit down and breathe. We don't need to. We gonna be okay. Y'all gonna be okay. Smoke you some weed. Just chill. But we're gonna end the episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate you so much. Don't forget, I am Asia My Queen. And I was in the New York Post. Tink. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok. Yes, that is all I have. Follow me on both of those apps. Asia My Queen everywhere. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for watching me. I appreciate you again. Bye-bye.